guys, today I'm going to show you my eye palette collection. I think that eye palettes are one of the most inviting makeup items to buy. I just absolutely love eye palettes and I have a lot of them, so I wanted to show you my collection. I am currently doing a series of videos on my various makeup collections. I did my blush collection, and then I've got my lipstick collection, my lip gloss collection, and my eye palette collection. So today I'm going to show you my eye palette collection. I have a number of them that I have accumulated over the past couple of years, and I absolutely love them. The cool thing about eyeshadows is that they do last at least a couple of years, and so they do last. They don't go bad all that quickly, and they're just so much fun to buy, don't you think? The only thing is I do find that I have a lot of the same colors that I buy over and over again, but that's okay. They do have subtle differences. So anyway, I will get on with showing you what I have in terms of my eye palette collection. Some of the palettes are kind of evergreen palettes. They're always available. Some of them are special edition palettes, but in any case, I will show you what I have. And even if something isn't available in an actual palette anymore, you still may be able to find something similar or the individual shades, who knows. So let me start with my first palette. This is the IT Cosmetics Superhero palette. You have seen this in a video. I've done a video on this one and I just love it. It is an eye palette that's got primers up here and then all these colors down here. And this is an anti-aging palette and it is just so pretty. The colors go on beautifully and they last really nicely, they blend really well, they're very comfortable to wear, and I just love this palette. And what I like about this too is it's got a lot of different color options. Like it's got some, neutrals, it's got some purples and plummy colors, pinky colors, like, kind of like this, and this one looks a little more blue, but it's more purpley blue. So I have a lot of options here and can play with a lot of different looks. And then of course I also have the Urban Decay Naked palette. This is the original Naked palette. And I will just take out the brush because this would fall off if I showed you. So this is the bronzy version of the Naked palettes. This is the original one and I just love it. Haven't hit pan on anything. I don't think I've hit pan on any of these, most of these, because I just wear them, I wear different ones all the time, but I just love these. These have just, kind of pinky bronze colors, golden bronze colors, and there's some grays here, and this just allows me to create a lot of different looks. My favorites in this palette are Sidecar and Buck. I love those two colors, but I'm also really a big fan of Half Baked. It's a gold shade, and they're just so pretty. I just love this palette. Another favorite evergreen palette is the Too Faced Natural Matte palette. You have seen this in some of my videos, and I wear this a lot. Oh, I've actually hit pan on a couple of these. So this first row up here is my favorite, and this is just a matte palette of Too Faced eyeshadows, and I love these Too Faced eyeshadows. They're great quality, they're comfortable to wear, they blend well, I love them, and these matte shades up at the top just give you a really great everyday look, and as you can see, I've hit pan on these, but that's okay because they have the same colors on the top row of the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, which I also have. You see, this is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette has some shimmery frosty shades as well, but the top row is identical to the top row in the Natural Matte palette. And this also has, and this is all matte, so I really like that because a lot of times a matte palette is really great for every day and it's good for work as well. And then again, I mentioned the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, which is very similar, except it's got some shimmery shades, and I just love this because then I can play, and I'm just a big fan of Too Faced eyeshadows. They just are so pretty, they're great quality, and they go on well, they wear nicely, they're comfortable, and I just can't say enough good things about them. I also have the Clinique Indulge in Color palette. This was part of their holiday collection this past year, And this is just a really pretty collection of a lot of different Clinique shades that are available individually and in their quads and duos, etc. So this is just really pretty. It's got a lot of neutral shades, it's got some purpley shades, it's got this bright purple here, this teal color here, and it's just a really nice collection of a bunch of different shades that Clinique has that I could just play with, and this is just a really fun palette to play with. And even though this was a holiday palette, you know, Clinique comes out with different palettes all the time, so you might want to see what is available there now. And again, like I said, with these shades, the different colors are, a lot of these colors are available otherwise in Clinique's repertoire as well. You've seen this palette in another of my videos. This is the Bobbi Brown City Collection Paris palette. They came out with a city collection last year to commemorate their anniversary. I think it's the 25th anniversary, and they came out with palettes that were indicative of the Paris look, the London look, and the New York look. So I chose the Paris look because I did not have a palette with colors like this. So this is a bunch of grays. There's a white, a couple of silvery gray colors, and a dark gray with a blush that goes with it. And I just love this palette. It's different than the other palettes that I have, and I could play a lot with this one. So when I want more of a gray look, I reach for this palette. And the colors go on really well. They blend nicely. They're very comfortable. So just a really all around excellent palette. And then another Bobbi Brown palette that I have is the Party to Go palette. And this is a really pretty palette that they came out with during the holidays this past year. So this is probably limited edition too. But a lot of times you see the same colors in different palettes, and you might also be able to get these individually, the different shades. This is kind of for a rose gold look. It's so pretty. The shades are very neutral. You can make this as natural looking or as glamorous as you like with these shades. There are a couple of matte shades. There's this matte rosy shade, and then a dark brown shade, and then a couple of more shimmery shades here as well. So pretty. They go on really well. I love how they look. I also did a video on this palette as well that I can link below. This also came with a lipstick, and it's in my little lipstick drawer, and it's called True Rose. And so putting this palette with Bobbi Brown Tawny Blush and the True Rose lipstick is just such a pretty look, and it's perfect to go from day to evening. I also have the Tarte Color Vibes palette, and I've done a video on this one as well. You've seen it. And this is just really nice because you get a lot of Tarte eyeshadows in one palette. This was part of the holiday collection this past year, and it's just got a lot of different looks. You could do a more of a bronzy look, a rose gold look, a mauve-y look, or you know, a look with a pop of color. So you have a lot of options here, and you can either wear these as collections as they are in the palette, or you can mix it up and wear whatever you like. This has a combination of matte colors and shimmery colors, and that's what I love about it. And one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of the colors in my various palettes can be very similar. I have a lot of neutral colors, a lot of dark browns, a lot of shimmery. When you have a lot of palettes like this, and when you like to buy palettes, it's very easy to just keep buying the same colors over and over again. So definitely be careful about that. On the one hand, there's so much fun to buy, and there's so much fun to have, but at the same time, a lot of times you could create the very same look with a palette that you already have. So just definitely keep that in mind if that's something that you need to watch. If you need to watch your budget, that is definitely something to think about. But in any case, it's still fun to have a lot of palettes. And then the last, it's a set of palettes that I have. These are the Smashbox Art Love Color palettes, and this came in a set of 3 palettes, and they are from Smashbox, and they're just really pretty. And each palette has 2 eyeshadow trios and a blush. So it came, you know, kind of came with blushes. This one has more of a bronzy plum look. This one is more of a neutral look. And then this is a bronzy blush. You could also use this one as a bronzer. And then this one, this palette has more purples. So this is more of a plummy purple palette. This one's a more indigo purple palette. And then it's got a blush that goes with both of these. And then this palette here has more natural colors. This has more matte browns. This one has grayish browns and then a coordinating blush. So these are just a lot of fun, so I could create a lot of different looks with them. Anyway, makeup should be fun, and you know, I think that it's really good to just play with what you have and occasionally get something new. So let me know in the comments section a couple of things. Let me know if you tend to keep buying palettes even though they have a lot of the same colors that you already have. And also let me know in the comments section what your favorite eye palette is. Be sure and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel by either clicking the circle that you see on this screen or the subscribe button below this video. And be sure and click on that bell next to the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I upload. And have you seen the video below? If not, why don't you give it a click and check it out. See you all next time. Bye!